Hello. Welcome back to I Create For You. My name's Lori. We are going to be doing another segment in the Ghosts Among Us book, which is True Stories of Spirit Encounters. And I thought, since we have never covered these before, we do the haunted amusement parks. Excuse me. So I'm going to read this like little foreword to it, I guess. And then yeah, then I'll do the sketch that I have planned. Alrighty. What is it that is so especially creepy about a haunted amusement park? Perhaps it is the fact that these places are supposed to be about fun and laughter. Places where young romance blossoms in the tunnel of love and where families enjoy caramel apples and big wads of pink cotton candy. That's my favorite. And make happy memories on the merry-go-round. The thrills at amusement parks are supposed to be just that, thrills. Yes, youngsters like to be scared silly on rides, but they don't expect to actually die. The International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions recently reported that the chances of being unalived on a ride are 1 in 760 million. Statistically, folks are safer on a roller coaster than driving on the freeway. Yet, with the millions of people who indulge in thrill rides, the rare mishaps do occur. Tragically, disaster eventually strikes almost every amusement park. The odds are that you will have a great time and leave intact, yet not everyone does. Accidents happen and some thrill seekers never leave. Oh, their bodies may be ferried away and laid to rest, but their spirits remain behind, where they sometimes give unexpected thrills and chills to others who are just like they used to be, alive. Okay. It's a scream. Sorry. It was dusk on a cold October evening in the year 2000 in Canute Lake, Pennsylvania, as Bonnie and Regis Easler waited for the last guest of the season. As managers of Canute Lake Parks and Historic Hotel Canute, it was their job to tuck the rustic old building in for the frigid winter ahead. A chill wind blew off the lake and dark clouds smoldered in the sky. A storm was coming. The nearby rides had stopped twirling, churning, and rolling. The excited shrieks of the passengers had faded with the summer, and the scent of cotton candy was now a sweet memory. The amusement park was empty, and the icy fingers of winter were creeping in. Bonnie shivered and stepped inside. She was in the lobby when she heard music. "We don't have TVs or radios in the rooms," she told me, "so I figured the guest must have arrived and brought in his own radio." She headed down the hall toward the music. As she got closer, she recognized the tune as an old-time waltz, and it was coming from the ballroom. The huge sliding door to the ballroom was slightly ajar, so Bonnie peered in. She was stunned to see a couple dancing. They wore old-fashioned clothes, she said. The man's suit had tails, and the woman wore a gown, and her hair flew out behind her. The apparitions' profiles were sharp and clear, yet they were as colorless as an autumn mist. Curious, Bunny slid open the door for a better look. The door made a big clunking noise, she said, and with the sound, the scene ended. The couple dissipated like two puffs of smoke in a breeze. Bonnie was both shaken and excited. In her many years at the hotel, she had heard stories about the ghosts there, but until now had never seen one. Moments later, she had yet another paranormal experience. "I was outside with my husband and a friend, and I noticed that a second-floor window was open. The bed will get soaked," she commented as raindrops started to splatter around them. The friend had never seen the room, so the three trooped upstairs. Bonnie slid the window down and locked it. Back outside, they looked up and saw the window was wide open, its curtain flapping in the wind. "Our friend left and refused to come back," said Bonnie. Western Pennsylvania's Canute Lake Park was once the destination for excitement-seeking travelers. It opened in 1892 as Exposition Park, about 35 miles west of Erie. The hub of activity was more than a park. It was a city. Visitors would arrive by train from a number of places and had their choice of over a dozen hotels within the park. Decades later, great luminaries of time such as Doris Day and Perry Como, who was once a barber there, sang to excited audiences in the park's beach club. Today the park is rich with charm, but poor on the funds needed to run. It is owned by the community. Volunteers are scrambling to save it from demolition. Canute Lake Park and its remaining hotel are favorite places of those who visit for the nostalgia and some who visit for the ghost. Bonnie is just one of many who have experienced ghosts in the Canute Lake Park. In fact, others have described the exact same scenario of the dancing couple in the ballroom. In addition to seeing the apparition at the hotel, people have witnessed objects floating in midair and heard phantom footsteps and crying. Dozens say they have seen the specter of Elizabeth, and area people are aware of her legend. The story goes that she was a lovely woman whose wedding took place at the hotel. On her wedding night, or sometimes on the night before the wedding, depending on who is telling the story, a fire ravaged the hotel and poor Elizabeth was trapped. Her husband escaped harm, but his bride perished. Archive searches have yet to validate this, though the park has suffered fires, including one in 1908 that gutted a major part of the Midway and destroyed four hotels within the park. The Hotel Canute lost 150 rooms in the April 1943 fire. Was there a bride killed in that fire, or was that story born out of imagination? Perhaps concocted to explain the many sightings of the ghostly woman who wanders the hotel's halls. Hotel management points to countless reports from guests and employees who have spotted the ethereal lady. Some say she steps out of the wall that once opened to a hallway in part of the hotel that burned. Clad in 1940s clothing, she glances around as if lost before she vanishes. Perhaps there really was an Elizabeth. No matter her name, witnesses insist a ghostly lady haunts the halls of the Hotel Canute. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's a try, right? Okay, so I'm going to try to sketch a lady coming out of the wall. So let me get you down there, hopefully. There we go. And this is the wall right here. This paper is the wall. Okay, so I'm going to do, like, this is the bottom of the wall. Let's see if I can get y'all in there. I will start at the top and work my way down like I usually do. And she's going to look kind of funny, but she's going to be kind of, I don't know, I want to make her look a little old, I guess. Now, granted, she's coming out of the wall, so this is what this is supposed to depict. I'm doing her head, which is very horrible at this point. Okay. And her hair, some of her hair comes through the wall. Once again, I'm doing it light. Sorry about that. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. Okay. Her eyebrows here. I have never, I don't know if any of you have ever, actually seen a ghost. You know what I mean? Actually seen an apparition. I have had experiences with something, But I have never actually had an encounter where I saw the person. I don't know what I would do if I'd actually see the person. I think it would freak me out as much as I am like I don't know how I would say, I'm not oh, what is the word I'm looking for? Okay, I'm not someone who just has to always see a ghost or has to always be talking about ghosts, or I'm not infatuated with the idea of ghosts. But I would just like to one time possibly encounter an actual ghost. Like an actual, and hope to goodness that it was not an evil one. Hold on a minute. Not sure if you heard that. My little kitties were having issues. Okay. She looks like she's trying to speak, but nothing's going to come out. She's not going to say anything. I just have her, because sometimes, ghosts like to make noises or speak. That's another thing. Having someone kind of, this is her. I'm trying to draw her dress sleeve here. Okay, now I'm going to draw her arm coming through the wall. Remember, this is the wall here. So, going to make it a little depth here. She's coming through the wall. Okay. There's her head coming through. Now we're going to have her arm. And I'm going to have her reaching out like she's trying to struggle to get through the wall. You guys can still see me here. Let's see. Here's her. This is going to be her hand here. There's her one arm coming out of the wall. Gotta try to make a... We have one kitty cat who's a real pest, and she likes to pest everybody. Like, nobody can just be comfortable laying... None of our other cats can just be comfortable laying around. They gotta worry that she's gonna jump up on them and try to play and everything. And she just needs to have that constant playing all the time, and she just doesn't understand why they get upset with her. And so my other little girlie got a little upset. She was like, okay, I've had enough of you today already. She's been working overtime this morning with her brothers and sister. My goodness. It's almost like having kids, because she is really pesty. She's that one kid who just always is getting in trouble, and now she's over pesting her other brother. So I'm going to probably end up pausing again to go over and, unless I get the magic spray bottle and spritzer, that might work too. I gotta get it going here so I can squirt her. Now she has left the pussycat alone. Left her brother alone now. Okay, so she's trying to reach out of the wall. Try to get this other thumb to even look like a thumb. A little bit. Okay, so we're gonna make that like her. She's coming out of the wall. Okay. And now, you know, like if she's coming through the wall, she's got to get a leg through at least. So we're going to go down here a little further. And I'm going to have her one leg coming through the wall. And I'm going to make it like a dress. And it makes you wonder that when she says she's coming out of the wall like that, is she actually trying to escape the fire and not sure which direction to go, since they say she kind of looks both ways, like she's lost, like she's confused. So she could be trying to escape the fire and not know which way is the best way to get out of her room. Trying to draw a shoe, and it's not working too well, but we shall try. That's her shoe coming out of the wall, and she's getting ready to step. I'm going to bring this up a little bit onto the floor, so I will make it look like she's stepping onto the floor there. And this is funky wallpaper. So what should we put on the walls? We'll just make a line. Make a weird pattern. You know, hotels sometimes have this ungodly looking wallpaper. You know what I mean? I've seen some wallpaper in hotels and I'm thinking, how do they even get away with this crap? Man, I mean, and don't they think they ought to change it by now? It's kind of outdated. Oh, that's a little big. It's kind of outdated. I'm trying to make it look like she's actually coming through the wall. I'm just making some stupid looking kind of pattern on the wall, but I want to make it look like a stupid looking wallpaper. I don't even know how this came into my head, but yep, it's stupid, all right. Give the illusion that we have funky wallpaper. I've also seen where some of them have this god-awful rug pattern too. It's like, what is this? And the color combos. And you ever notice, like when you go to a doctor's office, that they have, here she is coming through the wall. And I'm going to zoom out so you can see it better. There she is, coming through the wall with a funky wallpaper pattern. Poor lady. They always have, like doctor's offices always have odd things on the walls too. And you sometimes I look at the art. I don't know, it's because I am somewhat of an artist. But I look at the art and I think, they actually bought that. Someone actually just splattered crap on a canvas. And some rich doctor probably paid thousands of dollars for it. And here I am trying to recreate stuff realistically and nothing gets sold. You know, it's like, it makes no sense to me. Anyway, thanks so much for stopping by. And I hope you enjoyed this haunted amusement park story and the sketch I came up with for you. I think this is a little bit better than some of them that I've done, but please give me a thumbs up if you like it. Please subscribe if you haven't. We have plenty more ghost stories to go through, and I never intend to be perfect. I never intend to be a perfect artist. And especially at this time when I'm in a crunch with time, so it's not like I can take my time with the pictures, because my phone likes to be a bugger sometimes. But I hope you enjoyed today's session, and like I said, please subscribe if you haven't. Comment if you'd like to. If you've ever seen or heard of ghosts around amusement parks, that would be interesting for me to share with everyone. And stay happy, stay healthy, and stay creative. And stay tuned for more fun on this channel. I'll see you again. I wanted to do this today. I know it's whatever Wednesday, but I wanted to do another story, and maybe later today I'll do another whatever Wednesday. Alrighty, thank you so much for stopping by. Bye bye for now.